Good afternoon, YouTube. Man, can you tell I'm kind of dirty? I've been outside working and man, rearranging my shop over here. I just built a new shop and I know I haven't told you guys that yet, but I've been trying to keep it under wraps for just a moment because they're still trying to work on it. But anyways, I was putting stuff over there and I was getting ready to move my car. And one of the things you might not know about me is I have a all electric car. And man, I've been pushing that thing right to the limit. I've been on the run so much that I forgot to charge it. Can you believe that? Well, you know what's so crazy is that I had a company reach out to me and it was GooLoo. And so this guy reached out to me and they offered to go through and send me this. It's a jump pack, a battery pack. And so it's for starting a car when you're in need. Well, my goodness, I was going to do this right after the tool haul, and I still will launch it right there. But my goodness, talk about just perfect timing. My 100% car, electric car, ran out of juice because I ran it all the way down to the wire. And what really did it is that it's like almost 100 degrees today. It's like 90 something degrees, and you know there's a fan that goes in and cools the batteries out. Well, stupid me. I should have known that. I haven't even opened it up. So I figured, well, my goodness, talk about perfect timing here. This is just perfect. Let's see if it'll do it. Now, you know, you can see the plastic wrap is still on it. I haven't unboxed it. I've been waiting to do that. So let's do an unboxing real quick and then let's charge it up and then I'll take it out there and let's see if it's going to charge up my car or jump my car. All I need to do is just get it in the garage so I can plug it in. How stupid is that? I only had 15 feet and I didn't even pull it in the garage to charge it up. Crazy. But anyways, that's the story of my life, man. I'm just running all the time and I just forgot to do it. But anyways, isn't that a great timing though? Let's get the camera turned around and away we go. All right, so let's go ahead and unbox it. And by the way, if you haven't had one of these, this has this little plastic knife on it. You need to get yourself one of these. That thing is the bomb, by the way. So let's just kind of cut that a little bit and let's just see if we can get it to cut open here and pull this plastic off. And talk about the story of my life about the battery. I only have 12% on my phone. I really hope I can make it through this video and so kind of go from there. My goodness, that's what happens when you're too busy, especially shooting this doggone tool haul, you know, video that way. But anyways, the plastic kind of kept it real nice and neat. And incidentally, let's look at this real quick. Built in 10 smart safety protections. And so you can see down at the bottom here, overcharge protection, and then we have overcurrent protection and short circuit protection. And then we have reverse polarity protection. AI software protection, I think is what that means. High and low temp protection, spark proof protection, over voltage protection, and then overload protection and reverse charge protection. And so, man, I feel like I'm protected. And so it even gives you instructions on the outside of the box how to start this. And again, these fine folks reached out to me and I said, you know what, I have some ideas on how I can use this besides just an everyday Joe Blow starting his gasoline motor. But man, talk about this. I mean, I don't know, GooLoo, have you had anybody had to try to start your electric car? I don't know. We're going to try it today though. All right, let's see here. So inside here we got the jumper cables. We got some it looks like a little charger for a cigarette lighter. You got a little USB-C to regular USB connection there. We got another little USB-C to USB-C to USB-C it looks like, and then the jumper cables. On this side, let's see here, we got a quick reference guide, and so we got a warning thing, so we have that. And then here is the big bad boy. So let's see how we do this. And look at this. And so fully charged before use, it says. Well, my goodness, I think I need to do that. So we're going to go through and take this off. Let's see if I need to take it off a certain way. So here's a little pull tab, and so voila, that came off. And then here's what we're looking at. So you can see when I push the button here, it looks like there's 4 lights that are lighting up. But we're going to charge it anyways because I don't want to take a chance. It has some more warnings and instructions and spec details on both sides. Oh, get this, it has a light. And then over here, this is where the input output for Type C. And then as we go through, we also have some other USB plugins here. So we're going to go ahead and charge this up. So I want to pause the video real quick. And by the way, this is the GP4000 jump starter. And so this is the Titan series, as you can see. My goodness, I am in a bind and I am looking for some help. And I am just hoping that this is going to solve my issue. And so I just thought, man, how good is that? How perfect timing is that? And so this is the plug-in probably for here. And so it would probably go right in here. Now we're not going to plug it in because we're going to charge it first. And then we'll go from there. But my goodness, I tell you what, this thing feels solid. And so I kind of digging on that for just a second. And I got to tell you, GooLoo, if you start my electric car, my goodness, I'm going to love you forever. I'm going to carry this bad boy with me everywhere I go. So let's see, GooLoo. Let's see. I want to see you start my car. All right, so let me get it charged up, guys, and then we'll be back. Okay, so we are here on the next morning, and we have our GooLoo here. If I press power, you can see that we're all charged up and ready to go. And so now we're just going to go through and plug this bad boy in and get this thing going. So over here you can see jumper cable. So we pull that back, and then I'm going to keep these separated as I do that. And then let's just see how we go with that. Give me 1 second, I'll get it connected up. All right, so as you can see, when I plugged it in, all 4 bars came on and we're ready to go. So there's my battery down there for my electric car. Let's see what we can do to get this thing connected up. So what I'm going to do is probably just lay this right off over here for just a moment. I'm going to connect up my negative, and let's see what we have here. So we have that there. Obviously we have the positive right here. So I lift that up, and then let's just make sure that we can get a little bit of a boost on here. See if we can kind of get into an area where I can clamp on that. And so I have it clamped, and now let's just see if I can get the car to start. Okay, so one of the things that I'm seeing on here is, on here it says correct. And so now we're going to give it a little bit of a boost. So when I hit the boost, it went on. So let's unlock this thing. So boom, I got some electricity at least. I'm excited about that. Now let's see if it starts. So it started. I have 6% according to the dash. So I am pumped about that. And so I'm going to go through and disconnect my positive, and then we're going to disconnect the negative. That's there. And then we're going to power this down. And so I think it'll power down, hopefully. Oh, that's the light. Okay, so you hold down and that's the light aspect. So let's just go ahead and disconnect this bad boy here. And so bam, we're going to put that back in place. And notice I jumped my electric car, and it still has a big boost there. Now let's just see if I still got, and I think I still got some electricity here. Let me pull it into the garage so I can get this thing on the charger. Okay, let me stop it right here for just a moment. Okay, so I got the car started up, and oh, by the way, this is, in case you're wondering, this is Reggie. Reggie, say hi. Say hi. All right, so anyways, this is my car, and so it's a couple years old. It's a little Hyundai. My goodness, it was literally one of the best things I think I've ever bought, and so until I let it die. I've never done that before in the last 2 years. So anyways, I'm going to pull it into the garage, and let's see if I can get it on the charger here. And so we'll get inside the car, take you right along with me here. And so as you can see, I have 6%. And so that's where we're at here. So what I'm going to do is put it in reverse, as you can see there. And let's see if we can kind of back this bad boy into the garage here. So, my goodness, GooLoo, man, very impressive. And so I love that part. And so as we get going, I think I'm a fan, because man, that started it up like nothing. And the battery pack was great there. And so let me go ahead and back this thing in. So let me stop and get my dog out of the way. All right, be right back. All right, and we are back. I got to tell you, GooLoo, you guys came through. I am so impressed. Yeah, I just can't even I just can't even say enough good things about that. If I was in a bind somewhere like I was today, anywhere out there in the world, and I needed some extra juice, man, I tell you what, I would sure be happy to have this in my trunk that way. And so I love this thing. It just I didn't know what to expect. I've never used one, never owned one, obviously. And for the very fact that I could just, boom, hit that boost button and see that car come alive, and to bring it back up to 6%, it just, man, it just reset everything, and just really it just made it where I could get to the next point. And in my point, it was 15 foot away. In the garage, so I can plug it in and charge it. But you know what? No matter what it is, whether you just need that little bit just to get down the road, wherever your scenario is, I got to tell you, from the way I have observed the quality, I mean, even the presentation, everything about it is just top notch in my book. So would I have any hesitation to buy a GooLoo product? Not one little bit whatsoever. Now, GooLoo, they did send it to me, so they did sponsor the video. But honestly, friends, as you know, as you've seen me before, if I don't think it's that good, I probably put it in the okay, I'm going to get rid of it pile. But this one is in my pile where I'm going to keep. So it's going to stay with me from this time forward. So thumbs up, GooLoo. Thank you very much for that. And friends, if you're liking this, there's a link in the description. You ought to click on it. You at least need to check it out, because I got to tell you, you never know when those times come about that way. And so I believe that GooLoo is probably offering just a little bit of a discount. And so make sure you check that out that way, and we'll go from there. Again, GooLoo, thanks for saving my day. I really appreciate you. All right, until next time, we'll see you on the next video.